MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the New York Yankees and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, it was a good start for these guys at home. They did what they needed to do in the opening game, and this crowd really showed up and made a difference as well. Should be an electric atmosphere again, so we'll see if the guys on the field can feed off it and take a commanding lead in this series.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network, and we'll have it all for you next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Chicago Cubs.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. A ball and 2 strikes now. Cold weather continuing here in Game 2. 49 degrees, our first pitch temperature. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
Just flat out frozen there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
The 1-1 home. He's in there for strike number 2. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
Full count, 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Fouled away. Just getting things underway here at Wrigley. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Luis Severino is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Luis Severino's really turned himself into an all-around pitcher. Came out of the bullpen early in his career for the Yankees. Big fastball, 96 to 100 miles an hour. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better. And one of the things he does better than anybody in the league right now, maintains his velocity. He'll be 96, 97 in the first, 96, 97 in the 7th or 8th. Power arm, one of the best all-around arms in the game.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Batting second, the first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rizzo. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Chris Bryant, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Ready with another 2-2. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Is laid off and the count runs full.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Line toward right center. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. And the 2-out success will bring Kyle Schwarber to the plate this inning.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
The 1-1. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand a couple. We are still scoreless. Standing in, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And that'll bring up the power bat of Edwin Encarnacion. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2.
Nope.
And here's a fastball taken too low, and he works the count to 3-1. He loses him on ball 4. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. The 2-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And up next, the power bat of Luke Voigt. Set to deliver on 2-1. Now a swing and a ground ball. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So in now for Chicago, Nicholas Castellanos. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Stanton has a read on it. 1 out. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And it's fouled away. Now here's the pitch. He pulls this one into right. Judge is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Into the box, Wilson Contreras. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here. 3-2 pitch. Locks him up for strike 3. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in now, Aaron Hicks, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
In now, DJ LeMahieu. Now that's popped up. Gennett trying to get there, and the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Here's Jason Hayward now as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sharp ground ball to 3rd. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Back to the top of the order now, and former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Digging in to try it again, Anthony Rizzo. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
And that's 2 free passes in the third inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. And he fouls this one off. Line toward right center. Hicks will make the catch. Tagging is the runner from third. And the run will score as the Cubs strike first to lead it 1-0.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Here's Javier Baez. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll move ahead to the 4th inning now in game 2. It's the Cubs 1 and the Yankees nothing. Standing in, Torres. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel. He'll try again, 1-2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Torres goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Strike him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
He's got good swing and miss stuff in this game. That's back-to-back Ks, and that was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out 1 or more an inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Nothing across here this half. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Cubs lead it 1-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Matt, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Heidi. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Up next for the Cubs.
In now, Scooter Gennett hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. On the ground to second for Torres. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Wilson Contreras. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras. His first homer so far in the series as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing 1 more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
Standing in now, Jason Hayward. Fouled off. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Hot shot down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Counts even to Hayward. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Hit softly down the line at first. Now another 2-2. Into right field. That's a base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Into the box now, George Springer. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher, Gary Sanchez. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Liner towards second. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he's trying to run that ball up and in to try to tie him up, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, in today's game, everybody's fighting so hard to keep their hands inside the baseball that I think a non-executed pitch on the inner half, Dan, is exactly what the batter's looking for. Something he can keep his hands inside and just fist to the opposite field.
2 balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman. Drilled to the right side, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy.
Sanchez on second. Voit at first. 1 gone. Hard hit ball to second. 1 there on to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. So strike swinging, chased a high one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there in pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Lifted into center field. After it is Hicks. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. It was a walk in his last trip. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
1 strike.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Hicks going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting.
That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show Track. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Into the box, Chris Bryant. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sinking line drive out to right center. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Two runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Here's a look over to first. The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Pulled toward right center field. Springer on the run. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Ready once again, DJ LeMahieu. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. No hits to this point. And he misses 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
The count now at 2-2. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Rizzo fields it cleanly. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Domingo Germán enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for New York, number 55. Domingo.
Now at the plate, Javier Baez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
And there's one away.
The batter, number 6.
Ready for another shot now.
Hitter.
Nicholas Castellanos.
Castellanos.
Hard hit ball to second. Torres picks it up, and there's out number 2.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Scooter Gennett. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here he comes again, 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
And that misses 2-2. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more off to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one. That wasn't even close.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Giancarlo Stanton goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Digging in now for the Yankees, Edwin Encarnacion. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The 3-2 one more time. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They trail things here 2-0. Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jason.
At the plate, Jason Hayward. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now here's the pitch. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. 1 out, nobody on. Line towards center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 4, George.
The 3-1. This one's down to third. LeMahieu's got it. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. So striding in, Gary Sanchez. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hit hard to short. Baez has it. Slide and a stop by Baez. Got him!
Boy, I'll tell you, the defense has been stellar all night long. They've got the shutout working, and there's another super play to rob them of a hit.
Stepping in now, Luke Voigt. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only one free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The center fielder.
Now in the box, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. 3-2 to the Yankees center fielder. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
Now back, shortstop, Didi Gregorio.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Yanks leave 1. They're down. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full. Chris Bryant is on deck. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Up next for the Cubs,
here's Chris Bryant now.
the third baseman.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early.
And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And it's gone. Chris Bryant plates a pair with a home run. His first homer here in the series. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
I know one thing with this homer, it might make the decision to send the starter back out there a little easier for the manager. You've got some wiggle room now, and he's been pitching well. So
in now, Kyle Schwarber. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
3-1 to the Cubs left fielder. No outs, nobody on. Called strike, and that'll run it full.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Hicks is under it. He's got it one away. Nick Castellanos now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Almora, base runner at first with 1 out. Now here's a shot out to right center field. And they'll need to run this down around the 368 marker. And not in time as the run scores. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left. Around to the bullpen. Marcus Semien will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Digging in once again, Wilson Contreras. And their runners at the corners now. And he misses with it, ball 4. So that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Now the double steal is on here, and he gets it down, but it's going to be a foul ball. Couldn't steer it fair. Not what he wanted to do there with the slider as it misses well above the zone. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Jonathan Holder answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Back up the middle, taken in by Gregorius. Quick throw to Torres to retire the side. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good. Albert Almora will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 5.
Marcus Semien will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Number 18.
Pedro Strop comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 46.
Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Hey, Matty V, you know when you've got really good stuff, you look down at that strikeout total. Double-digit strikeouts in this one. He had swing and miss stuff right from the beginning.
High and deep to left center field. Back goes Springer at the track. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer so far in the series. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
Yeah, they have everything to lose in this game, but it's obvious they have zero quitting them. They're going to battle until the last out, and with that homer, they're that much closer to prolonging this series.
Stepping up now, Aaron Judge lays off 2-2 now. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the fourth time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Last chance for the Yankees. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. The catch is made, and the Cubs have held serve here at home. They take games 1 and 2 of this series as this one is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And, Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. The Cubbies get the win to jump out to a 2-0 series lead. Dallas Keuchel is the winning pitcher of record. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Here now is the final line.